Howdy folks, pretty short and sweet one today. Let's have a look. So, we are outlining big picture concepts here, not too much detail. We are outlining the need for oxygen. Why does the body need oxygen? And then we also need to explain, this is our verb, explain why removal of carbon dioxide from cells is essential. So we need to have an effect. Why, if carbon dioxide builds up, do we need to remove it? Okay, so we need to first have a look at the role of respiration. So we've got to look at, it's just the idea that the way the body gets energy is from respiration. And a very simple word equation for respiration is glucose plus oxygen yields ATP, which is our energy. ATP stands for adenotriphosphate, and if you want to know a little bit more about respiration, I can clear that up for you in the classroom. But it also produces carbon dioxide and water. So in terms of kind of understanding what's going on here, oxygen is a reactant in this process. So there is your need right there. You need oxygen in order for respiration to occur. On the flip side of this, we understand that carbon dioxide is produced as a byproduct of respiration, and this byproduct is a waste product. Okay, so we'll have to have a look at what happens when you have too much waste carbon dioxide in the system. It comes actually back to conditions in the environment of interstitial fluid, of blood plasma, of basically it could be intercellular fluid. So it is, so remember we looked at the optimum pH, the conditions required for metabolic activity, and by metabolic activity we're really saying enzyme function. You know, metabolism can't occur without enzymes, so optimal metabolic activity means that optimal, there's an equivalence to enzyme activity over here. Well, if you have too much carbon dioxide, then you lower the pH. So if this is 7.35, pH of 7.35 here, which is the optimal pH of blood, and you start to lower that, you can see that activity starts to fall, and it's falling because the enzymes aren't functioning properly. They have denatured. Now, we're really only concerned with this half of the graph because carbon dioxide lowers pH, and experiments in class that you'll do to prove this mean that we aren't really concerned with this side, which says something about the increasing pH. But you can see that they are symmetrical, and that if you are lowering the pH of water, you are lowering metabolic activity. And remember, at some point along this line here, there is a cutoff point, which basically says you're dead. Alright, or you have some condition that impedes life processes. So you can't fall too far down this slope. If you do, you stop metabolizing correctly. Alright, so here's your quick summary of it, folks. Oxygen is required. There's your need. Carbon dioxide is a waste. Carbon dioxide lowers the pH of blood and therefore needs to be removed. You need to use this type of language, particularly in your written responses, because it is such a low-level verb here, guys and girls. You are really just trying to find the right language to write a very succinct response in relation to this dot point. So I've given you some of the words in the last dot point here. Enzymes require optimal metabolic conditions to catalyze efficiently. Lowering the pH changes these conditions. See if you can finish that sentence off. Mention something about carbon dioxide, mention something about removal. Okay, so you've got, I've given you two sentences here that uses some technical language, and see if you can finish another one or two sentences off here, which really kind of wraps up that explain. Alright, that's it. See you folks.